60. All right, stand by.
Oops.
45 though, so we're all right. And then just plug us in when we're ready to go as well.
Yep.
Take it to the plate. 30. And a very good evening to you. Welcome to Wednesday Night Baseball on 860 AM. The Answer. It's the Oakland Ballers' 8th game of the year, the second game of the series against the Grand Junction Jackalopes. Ballers 4-3, a game above 500 for the third time this season. They once were 1-0, they were 3-2, and now they are 4-3, looking to go 2 games above 500 and win the first 2 of the series against Grand Junction. Last night, a 4-3 comeback victory. We saw some clutch hitting in the 7th and the 8th by Oakland, including another pinch hit by Pat Monteith. This time it was his first professional home run, a moonshot 380 feet behind the left field wall. And some really good pitching performances. A quality start by Zach St. Pierre, and then the bullpen between Richardson, Franzen, and Sullivan. 3 hitless innings. Sullivan picking up the save. Nevada Collin, welcome into the broadcast. What are we looking for tonight?
Well, we're looking for another good start for Luke Short. Short was fantastic his first time out, and after a quality start by Zach St. Pierre last night, Ballers open for another one from their lefty tonight. 7
strikeouts in that first appearance, only went 4+ innings. So we're looking for a longer outing from Shorty today, but something just as effective. Tonight is our first responders night, our salute to first responders. The Oakland firefighters are here. The BART Police Department is here. Oakland Police are here as well. And we are currently sending the players out running on the field, and we are about to have the national anthem. But first, we have the color guard as represented from 3 different departments. There is the Oakland Fire Color Guard, the BART Police Honor Guard, and the Oakland Police Honor Guard. All 3 of those groups now walking out to the mound area before we have our national anthem. We've got a fire truck in the stadium. We also have, as we usually do, a fire truck outside behind the left field wall. This one, however, right on the close side to the left field fence of the street, and it's got its ladder extended all the way up above the lights here at Raimondi, which is a pretty cool look.
Target practice, maybe?
I'd like to see a firefighter get on the ladder and try to make a catch on a home run. Monteith's ball might have hit it last night.
Right.
So the color guard now out on the field. We're going to pause now for a moment. BART Police Lieutenant Joshua Perez will be singing the national anthem on the field. Here's his rendition of the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, I would never tell any of our officers to quit their day job, but Lieutenant Perez might have another career if he would like to go on America's Got Talent or American Idol or something of that nature. That was exceptionally well done, and thank you, Lieutenant Perez, for getting us started tonight. Now, a opening series loss for Frank Gonzalez's Grand Junction Jackalopes. What's their lineup tonight?
Well, it starts with Zeb Rose, the left fielder. He leads off. Alex Pimentel, the center fielder, bats second. Kendall Foster, the right fielder, back in the lineup for the Jackalopes, hitting third. Evan Scavato, former Northern Colorado Owl, cleans up and plays first base. Mason Minzy, the catcher for the Jackalopes, starts for a second straight night after homering yesterday, as did the third baseman Robin Fernandez, who hits sixth. Isaac Nunez, the shortstop, bats seventh. Matt Piotrowski, the DH, bats eighth. And Luis Hernandez, designated player for the Jackalopes, bats ninth.
On the mound to face this squad is the lefty Luke Short. His opening night start on May the 20th, he went 4+ innings, so he began the fifth but did not get out of it. Allowed 3 hits, a run which was earned. He walked 1, hit another batter, and struck out 7. He was extremely effective against the Ogden Raptors, and in fact, for his first 8 outs of the ball game, 7 of them were strikeouts. So he was good early, and we are hoping for a longer start for Shorty tonight. That game, of course, was a knockout round victory that night.
And behind him, Luke Short, the defense for the Oakland Ballers. Outfield, left to right, Pat Monteith. A rare start at this point. He's hoping that he can parlay his good hitting into more starts in the outfield. He's in left. Daryl Buggs is back in center field. Michael O'Hara still injured at the moment. And Lou Helmig starts in right field. Infield from first to third, Christian Almanza, Isai Santos, Tremaine Cobb Jr., and Davis Druick. Tyler Lozano gets the start behind the dish for the second straight night, catching the left-hander, 22 years old, from San Jose, California, Luke Short.
Now, I don't know if we will see Michael O'Hara in the lineup for the next couple of days. He is available off the bench in a, let's say, a late game big moment scenario where you could use his bats or his speed, but nursing a bit of a twisted ankle. So he is sitting out a couple of games out of, let's say, precaution. Yeah. And we hope to see him back at 100% strength before the end of this series.
Tyler, how about that uniform matchup tonight?
We have the Oakland stands-up black uniforms, the first time the Ballers will wear those this year. And then the purple tops with Jakes across the top of the chest. Again, Jakes, not Jacks for Jackalopes, because a Jake is supposed to be a male jackalope. I don't really buy it. I've had it explained to me. I accept it, and we move on. So here's Zeb Rose, who last night took an 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch. Short's first pitch of the ball game is a fastball outside for ball one, and we get started at 6:38. Roast batting 176, 3 hits and 17 at bats. The 1-0, a half swing, foul ball back to the screen. It's 1-1. Roast, 25 years old, from St. Louis, Missouri. Went to Maryville University, which is in St. Louis. The 1-1 from the left-hander Short is a fastball down low.
When I first looked at that school, I was like, Mayville? Like Dondre Hubbard? And no, it's Maryville.
Maryville. Much like the town that the Yuba Sutter High Wheelers now occupy. Next pitch, a strike at the top of the zone. It's 2-2. Calling balls and strikes is Grant Myers. At first, Ricardo Rodriguez. And at third, Mike Blanchard. The 2-2 on its way. That's high. And it's 3-2 now. A payoff pitch from Luke Short to the leadoff man, Rose. The 3-2 is swung on and fouled back.
Rose 0 for 3 last night with a hit-by pitch, hitting just 176 through his first 6 games, 3 for his first 17.
Another 3-2 on its way, and that is just high. It's a leadoff walk.
Good pitch by Short, but he's just missing a little bit up to start this ball game. So now Short will face Alex Pimentel. Pimentel last night, 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts, did have a sacrifice bunt, a successful sacrifice. Runner at first is Rose after that walk.
Pimentel, a man at first, swings and fouls it back.
And Pimentel from Anaheim, so a California native. He played his college ball at Long Beach State and then UNLV. Pimentel through 7 games hitting .345, 10 for 29.
Center fielder takes a fastball for strike 2.
So Short able to work ahead there. Nice pitch there, 88, outer black.
The 0-2, there goes Rose. It's down low. The throw from Lozano is just a touch late. Decent throw. Rose steals the bag. That's already his 4th stolen base of the year.
Showing off the wheels there. He stole 37 his last year at Maryville.
1-2 to Pimentel, the center fielder. Short. A check of second. Now the pitch. It's swung on. It hits the left field fairly deep. Back is Monteith. This one is gone. 2-0. Jackalopes.
That's his first home run of the year. First pro bomb for Alex Pimentel, the California native in his home state, goes deep to left. Didn't hit a ton of homers in college either. His highest was 5 last year at UNLV. So the homer puts Grand Junction up 2-0.
Here's Kendall Foster, who had a pinch hit appearance last night in the 9th. Pitch is fouled back. He almost tied the game off Connor Sullivan. I don't know how foul that ball was that went down the line. It did not miss the foul pole by a whole lot. The next pitch, fastball at the knees for strike 2.
Hanging slider, by the way, is what Pimentel put out of here.
Something that was just hanging around in the zone at 82. Now the 0-2. Short, fires. And that is a touch outside. It's 1-2. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a left-handed hitter. The 1-2 on its way. Again, down and away. 2-2.
Impressive take right there. Once again, the curveball from Luke Short, but he did not chase.
So 2-2 to Foster. Still no one out. The pitch is swung on and missed. This time he chases. He chases a fastball way below the zone, and there's one away. That'll bring up Scavato. who is at first base tonight. So Scavato, last night's DH, a corner infielder. And I think we may have even seen him at second base last year as well, if memory serves me right. First pitch to Scavato is a big cut and a miss at an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 0-1. 2 fire trucks. Now 3 fire trucks behind left field. Everybody's here to watch the game. We will count them as part of attendance. The 0-1. That's down low, 1-1.
Can you count the trucks themselves?
The trucks got to count for at least their occupancy. So what do they fit? About 14, 15 folks?
There's about 8 to 10 standing on one right now.
The 1-1, a ground ball towards second. Santos will pick it up. Shuffle step, throw to first, 2 outs. Off the bat of Scavato, who we know carries a big stick at 103.
That's a worm burner to second base. Santos, fortunate that it stayed down, made a good play on it.
Here's Mason Minzy, the catcher, who last night homered. Minzy leads his team with those 2 home runs, only batting 188 though, and now he takes a strike. 209 as a team for Grand Junction. If you want the raw numbers to calculate yourself, 48 and 230 hits 2 at-bats. Minzy swings and misses. It's a quick 0-2.
Minzy's homers coming in back-to-back contests. Had one Sunday at Yuba Sutter.
Well, Short's been in the zone after the leadoff walk. Unfortunately, one was just a hanging slider in the zone that got hit out. The 0-2 on its way, and that breaking ball is strike 3 called. Minzy just stares and watches as he has a word with Grant Myers, which I find quite surprising, as that pitch was right at the bottom of the zone, maybe about a ball high from being a ball, and he's the catcher too. So we'll take a break. 2 strikeouts for Luke Short. However, he does allow the 2-run home run to Alex Pimentel, and it's 2-0 Jackalopes on 860 AM, The Answer. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball here in the bottom of the first. It's 2-0 Jackalopes. The lineup for Aaron Miles' Oakland Ballers tonight.
It starts with Tremaine Cobb Jr., the shortstop, leading off on a 3-game hit streak. Lou Helmig, right fielder, bats second. Davis Druick in the 3 spot, playing third. Danny Harris, clutch last night. The DH cleans up after hitting the game-winning RBI double in the 8th. And after him, Christian Almanza, the first baseman. Isai Santos, the second baseman, bats 6th. Pat Monteith, the left fielder, a homer last night in the 7th spot. That was his first pro bomb. Tyler Lozano catches and hits 8th. Daryl Buggs, center fielder, bats 9th.
On the mound to face them is the alliterative Zach Zaborowski, who almost had a quality start in his first pro game against the Yuba Sutter High Wheelers. Went 5 2/3 innings, allowed 3 runs, 7 hits, a walk, and 5 strikeouts in the loss to YOLO. Here is Cobb. Zaborowski works from the stretch, and the first pitch fastball is inside for ball 1.
The loss to Yuba Sutter.
Yuba Sutter?
He said yellow again.
I thought I got it in that time. 1-0 on its way. That's off the glove of Minzy. And outside 2-0. Zaborowski was a strikeout machine at the NAIA level. He had 103 strikeouts in 68 innings last year. A 2-0 to Cobb. Trey takes a fastball high. That one at 90. So after a leadoff walk for the first batter in the top of the first, Cobb in a 3-0 count. Let's see if he is patient. All fastballs from Zaborowski, and next one is right down the middle of the plate for strike one.
Zach made his pro debut last year with West Side, the Woolly Mammoths of the USPBL. He made the all-reserve team.
The 3-1 on its way to Cobb. He swings and grounds that foul.
Numbers last year as a first-year pro, 10 starts, 2-2 record, 4.67 ERA over 44 and a third innings, and 24 walks to 63 strikeouts, so he continued to have a high K per 9.
USPBL often does feed the Pioneer League. A 3-2 to Cobb. He swings and misses. And finally, Zaborowski puts away Cobb at 89.
That one didn't have as much carry as most fastballs do. It had a bit more maybe sink to it. It had a good amount of runs, and that's probably a two-seamer or a sinker from Zaborowski, and Cobb swung over the top of it.
Here's Helmick batting .286, a home run, and 6 RBI. 2-0 Jackalopes here in the bottom of the first, and the first pitch fastball too low.
Nice job on that first at bat of the game for Zaborowski to come back. It was 3-0, and then he struck out Cobb.
Helmick's gone a little bit quiet from his big outburst at the start of the season. Now 2-0 to Helmick. Oakland's right fielder in every game so far. And he now needs time to readjust his shin guard. 2-0 Grand Junction, bases empty, 1 away here in the first. The pitch to Helmick, he takes that pitch, a half swing for a called strike one. That was the first, let's call it a changeup at 85. First off speed of any such sort. The 2-1 on its way. Helmick, a line drive to the gap. Center fielder is over. He will make a shoestring catch. Boy, he had no business making that catch. Pimentel did a great job to track that down and then just reach down to rob Lou Helmick.
It was Darryl Buggs that was robbed by Rose yesterday in center. Today it's Pimentel, and he makes a sweet grab out there for out number 2.
That'll bring up Davis Druick. Druick leads his team with 3 home runs. He's driven in 6. He's batting .318. First pitch fastball called strike one. If there's one thing this league loves, it's strike throwers. Zaborowski with a little bit of wildness, but attacking the zone now. This ball hit to second. This will be a 1-2-3 inning as Druick grounds out. We head to the second. 2-0 Jackalopes on 860 AM, The Answer.
Heffernan Insurance Brokers has been helping people make smart decisions since day one, offering business insurance, personal home and auto, employee benefits, and retirement and wealth management. Make a smart decision for your business or family today. Visit Heffernan Insurance Brokers online at HEFFINS.com. That's HEFINS.com.
2-0 Jackalopes in the top of the second. Not only do you get all the home runs this year, I also have not been able to read the Heffernan Insurance card either this year.
Would
so
you like to?
You're just getting all the fun.
You know what? Maybe if we have time later in the game, you could just read it for fun.
No, I'm doing 3 games by myself this weekend, thank you very much, because someone's fiance is coming to town. So
Ooh, la-di-da.
I'll take care of that
Oh, wait,
later.
that's me.
Robin Fernandez, the first man to bat here in the second inning, followed by Isaac Nunez and Matt Pietrowski. Short tagged for a home run in the first, but otherwise was looking pretty good. Here's the first pitch to Fernandez, who had a home run yesterday, takes a first pitch strike. Fernandez just batting 154. His home run yesterday, his first. 3 driven in. The 0-1 swings and fouls that back. Another ball right at the top of the zone. Back-to-back at 87.
Fernandez was hitting sub 100 before yesterday's game. That 2 extra base hit performance.
It's an 0-2. Where does Lozano go from here? He gives a sign to short. He begins his windup, and that is strike 3 called pretty much right down the middle of the plate.
And you could just see Fernandez sink into his stance right there. He knew he missed one, and short just made him look silly.
I think you actually said something interesting. He did sink down almost as if he was carrying his body with an expected breaking ball. Here's Isaac Nunez, who was impressive yesterday. Takes a first pitch fastball high. A walk, a hit, and a fly out, and then a pretty good defensive shortstop saved a run on a diving play by a Darryl Buggs very hard hit ground ball. The 1-0 is inside. It's 2-0.
That came in the 7th, and had he not knocked it down, it would have been a 2-run single, and the Ballers would have led. Instead, Buggs could only knot the game at 3 at the time.
The 2-0 on its way. He swings and misses. Nothing too crazy from short. It is all about confidence. Just blows him away at 87. 2-1. Nunez pops this up. This could be playable. Almanza drifting toward the coach's box. Now he rounds toward first and makes the catch.
I'll give Almanza this. He looks very sure of himself on those pop-ups.
That'll bring up Pietrowski. Matt Pietrowski, the DH today, was at second yesterday. He did drive in a run on a ground out, but took an 0 for 4. A 4-3 final yesterday. A game in which Oakland scored first, but had to come back down 3-1. First pitch is below the zone, 1-0.
Second comeback win of the year for the Ballers. If they want to win this one, they'll have to come back down 2-0 early.
Pietrowski at 280, no home runs, 2 RBI. Now he swings and misses. That looked like the off-speed from short. No, it was the fastball. It just had an off-speed swing by Pietrowski, if I could say such a thing. 2-0 Jackalopes here in the top of the second. 2 away, bases are empty. Now the pitch, it's a ball high and away.
Well, I don't know if this is always the case for Luke, but his fastball today has got some cut to it. There's maybe a cut fastball being thrown.
It's a 2-1. Pitch fouled out of play. I look at Pietrowski. He's standing upright, almost as if he's looking toward first base. Sort of a reverse Evan Longoria. I don't know how to quite put it.
Closed stance, right-handed hitter.
Closed stance, but he straightens up a little bit. Now a ground ball hit to Cobb. On the 4th hop, he'll get it. The strong throw across is in time. 1-2-3 inning for Shorts. And we'll see the Oakland order 4, 5, 6 to face Zaborowski on the other side. 2-0 Jackalopes on 860 AM. The Answer, your home for Ballers Baseball.
This day in Oakland baseball history before the bottom of the second inning, Ballers trailing Grand Junction 2-0. It was May 28th, 2024.
Ooh, okay.
Tyler, do you remember this game?
Would this be a
I believe it's the highest scoring game, tied for the highest scoring game in Ballers history.
21-16 win over Rocky Mountain?
Very close, 21-15.
Ah.
Because 31-5 would also have been 36 runs, and I believe that would tie the record for most runs scored. Anyways, yes, the Ballers won by 6 in Colorado Springs against the Vibes, scoring in every inning of that game.
Here's Danny Harris. I believe we were down 9-1 after the first.
It was 9-2.
Oh, first pitch to Harris is a called strike. These memories, they just come flooding back. Harris batting .333, no home runs, 5 RBI, had the winning hit in last night's game in the 8th. The 0-1 on its way is swung on. This is flared to right, shallow, over his Foster. He is there. Underneath it, he makes the catch.
Well, do you remember who started that game first of all?
I believe it was Abraham De Leon.
It was Abe.
And then
he
Butts,
did not record an out.
Butts came in relief.
It was not. It was
Chewy?
Chewy, who threw a career-high 4 innings and a career-high 6 Ks to earn the win in that game. Oakland had committed 3 errors in that 9-run Vibes first inning, but got a 4-run third and a 5-run fourth to take the lead after 4.
Christian Almanza now, the first baseman with 1 out, swings and grounds one at the plate, foul.
And if you look at the box score from that game, just bonkers. Miles Jefferson had 3 hits, including the go-ahead RBI single in the 4th. Austin Davis 4 for 6 with 3 runs scored, 2 RBI and a double.
It's 0-1 to Almanza. He takes a touch inside. It's 1-1. Almanza at .296, 2 home runs, and a team leading 10 RBI. The 1-1, he swings and misses over the top of an off-speed pitch.
And in that 21-15 win a year ago today against Rocky Mountain, Dondre Hubbard 3 for 5 with 3 RBI and 2 doubles. Trevor Halsema 3 for 6 with 2 RBI and a double. Peyton Harden 4 for 5 with 5 runs scored.
1-2, Almanza swings, pops this up out of play.
And the lone returning Ballers hitter, Tyler Lozano, had an RBI triple that day, which he told me pregame he was watching that video recently.
That was his first career professional hit. It was a ball that Brett Carson lost in the lights.
Love it.
1-2 the count. That was one of the first things I asked about Brett when he came here. Almanza off the hands and into center field for a base hit.
He beat the shift.
He beat the shift, and that was not a mistake. That was 91 on the hands, and you just see the power of the big first baseman there, literally muscling that ball, almost punching it with his own hands into center field.
He's really good at doing that. He is not afraid to go center field or oppo to left field.
Here's Isai Santos getting the start today. He came in as a pinch hitter yesterday and was hit by a pitch. He's batting just 1 for 9 to begin his pro career. First pitch to Santos. He swings at the ground ball up the middle. This could be 2. Stepping on the bag for 1 is a shortstop. The throw on to first. It is in time for a double play. No runs on a hit, no errors, no one left. After 2, it's 2-0 Jackalopes on 860 AM The Answer. Top of the 3rd inning, it's 9-1-2 to face off against Luke Short. It's 2-0 Grand Junction. Now for the second day in a row, we're going to have a return of our celebrity third inning. And yesterday we had someone on the broadcast who is very much in front of the camera, a face of this franchise, Brian Carmel. Today, it's one of our staff members who is really responsible for this whole press box getting put up. One of the guys that makes it possible for this thing to even function at all, Brendan Colthurst. How you doing, my friend?
Tyler, it's so good to be here. Thank you so much.
Luis Hernandez, the second baseman, lead it off against Short. And I will tell you, I really just wanted to have your voice on the radio. A big bouncer to Almanza, and now a race to the bag. He steps on it for a very quick first out. That's a good start for you, Brendan.
Oh, yeah. And I'm so excited about all the new features in our press box.
Let's talk about them, because right now we're wearing some new headsets. We have a new replay machine. You worked meticulously to put this place together. So explain, what are some of the behind-the-scenes factors going on right now for the folks both watching on Flow, listening on our radio station, and then, of course, the new addition, which is a little bit of your pet project, the YouTube stream.
Yeah, we have an instant replay machine that's already, the fans in the stands are already enjoying, and they've even mentioned to us, like, oh, check that we loved the replay.
High drive to center field. Moving back is the center fielder Bugs. He's on the track. He makes the catch. So a replay like that.
Exactly. And it also helps us get clips on social media. So if you're following along on Instagram, you can see the key plays. Whether you're listening on 860 AM, The Answer, or our new YouTube stream, audio stream.
2 outs for Alex Pimentel, who hit the home run against Luke Short. It's 2-0. Jackalopes, we're speaking with Brendan Colthurst, and our chief marketing officer / IT specialist. What's on the marketing and IT director? It says on the badge.
You can give me a promotion anytime you want, Tyler.
Pitch is high. I do want to know, Brendan, because you've been with this club in different capacities the last 2 years since its inception. What has your relationship with baseball been before you got here and now?
I'm a Padres fan, worship Tony Gwynn, and I still have my pin from San Diego Padres Flan Appreciation Night for Tim Flannery, classic relationship. Loved going to the ball game with my dad. We were too cheap to buy hot dogs. We brought our own. It was always a good time with the family.
3-1 to Pimentel. 2 outs, bases are empty here in the top of the third. Short's pitch is inside for ball 4, his second walk of the game thus far. Well, a Padres fan, I might say long-suffering Padres fan, maybe as an adjective before that, but some pretty good teams the last couple of years, if but for the Los Angeles Dodgers kind of getting in the way a couple times.
Yeah, and the Petco Park, I say it's new. I mean, it's been there for a while now, but
a lovely stadium to be sure.
Yeah.
Kendall Foster, the lefty, pops this up. It's out of play. How many games have you taken in over the years at Petco?
To be honest, I'm going to tell you right now, because I moved away from my hometown.
Yes.
I have yet to go to Petco. But my parents were there last week, and it's my mom's birthday. Maybe they're even listening. Happy birthday, Mom.
Next pitch is down low. A lot of parents' birthdays this week from the staff. I will say I would invite you, if you happen to have some time off, which is a fake word in our business, but to take in a game, because as a visiting guest, I would speak about Petco the same way I think a lot of folks would speak about Oracle Park, as really a stadium with great sight lines and great atmosphere.
And great public transportation.
Yes, 1-1 to Foster. He fouls that out of play. At first is Pimentel. It's 2 outs here in the top of the third, 2-0 Grand Junction, and a 1-2 count to Foster.
Are you ready for Scrappy's birthday?
I am ready for Scrappy's birthday. That is on Sunday, I do believe. We also have some pretty good promotions the rest of the week as well for folks to take in. I do know West Oakland night is on Saturday. The 1-2 to Foster is hit down the line, and that will fall foul. I will say, I think we're the only professional baseball team that has a rugby night 2 years running.
And do you know what? Rugby night is huge. If I didn't know, there's a whole community of people, and they come out for baseball.
And I know a good number of our security team also either current or former rugby players. Just to give you one more reason to not mess with them.
Yes. Oh, my God. And you know what's interesting to me? We only have one home series in June.
Yes, it is true.
So there's a bit of scarcity coming up. Like, if you want to enjoy a game, this week is great, and then there's 1 week in June, and then we're not back until July.
1 and 2 to Foster. So get your tickets now. And I mean now. Pitch from short, it's high. A 2-out walk, has a man at first. We're speaking with Brendan Colthurst, a member of our team, an indispensable member of our team. Someone whom, when he was out a couple days ago, we frantically tried to rebuild this press box when something wasn't working. That's a swing and a miss by Foster. We'll keep it right here during the break. It's his second strikeout. I do have a fan question. I understand, Brandon, you are a cookie connoisseur.
I am.
Is that fair to say?
I am.
Now, is that more of a crumble cream kind of situation or more of a homemade kind of situation?
Homemade. And I'm talking chocolate chip. I'm talking peanut butter. I will sometimes mess with an oatmeal raisin, but
I was going to say, do you thumb your nose at the oatmeal raisin?
a little bit.
Okay.
But if it's a gift from you, I'll eat it any day.
You won't turn them away if such one is offered to you.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
And we have some great ones for sale here at the ballpark, actually.
We do not.
We have a whole sweets stand.
Tell me more.
There's brownies. There's rookies. There's cookies. And I think on Fridays and Saturdays they even bring out the cotton candy machine.
Well, I mean not to tempt you, but if you do partake, I may join. The pizza place in the Prescott Market does serve a cookie pizza.
Oh, my God. I've had their cookie before, but not the cookie pizza. And the Prescott Market right here on the corner of the ballpark is amazing.
It is. It is such a nice little gem to have in our community now, of which we are part. How fun is it to be part of this project?
It is really fun for so many reasons. One, the teamwork on the field and off the field. There's so many people involved in putting on an amazing in-between inning entertainment. The concessions, the security, the press box, social media, everybody. It's it's cool to be part of something so much bigger than oneself.
Okay, well, I do appreciate you stopping by, Brennan. I will say thank you for coming on and keep up the good work, my friend.
Tyler, I'm a big fan. Keep it up.
Thank you. Pat Monteith swings and fouls one back to begin the bottom of the third. 2-0 in Jackalopes. The bottom of the order of Monteith, Lozano, and Bugs. Pat had his first professional home run yesterday. He's 4 for 12. All 4 hits he's had have come as a pinch hitter. He is 4 for 4 as a pinch hitter and 0 for 8 as a starter. So we want to break that. Zaborowski is set. The 0-1 to Monteith is low. Monteith from South Carolina. Not the farthest a baller has had to travel to join this team. The 1-1 is down low and away.
That would be me, I think.
I think that might be you from Florida. But Daniel Harris and Daryl Buggs, both from the Georgia area.
Who am I kidding? That's Lou.
Well, Lou is already here. 2-1 on its way is outside 3-0. Or 3-1, rather. Monteith, let's talk about this, has also walked 5 times. So he's been on base and scored 4 runs. The left fielder tonight. The 3-1, Pat takes in the dirt. There's a 6th walk, and that is now tied for the team lead with Davis Druick.
He came in with an on-base percentage north of 550, and so that's going to tick up a little bit. We could be looking at a 600 on base at the end of the night.
Here's Tyler Lozano, who started last night's game, was lifted late as part of a triple substitution that did pay off for manager Aaron Miles. Lozano batting 231, no home runs and RBI. The first pitch from Zaborowski, he takes a called strike 1. Fastball pretty much right down the heart of the plate. He was able to induce a double play in last inning off the bat of Isai Santos. Now, Monteith has speed and has a decent lead. He's all the way to the edge of the cutout. The 0-1 to Lozano. He takes high. No challenges from Grand Junction or Oakland so far in this game. We saw 2 early ones from Minzy yesterday, which he both got wrong. 2-0 Jackalopes here in the third. The 1-1, Lozano takes outside. He started to swing but held up well in time, and now it's 2-1. Would manager Aaron Miles put something on here with no outs in the inning? Here comes the 2-1. Lozano takes up and in for a strike. That is about as close as you can get. I think that would still be a ball.
Or still be a strike?
No, still be a ball. I don't think it's over the line. I think it's nestled right next to it. A 2-2 now to Lozano. Let's see if he has a stride here. Instead of throw over and Monteith is back. Something that Tyler may have picked up from Dondre Hubbard if he didn't come up with it on his own or had it before. The 2-strike, no stride approach. 2-2. Zaborowski throws and Lozano swings and misses. Fastball that ran inside, and it's the second strikeout for Zaborowski.
A lot of fastballs from Zaborowski in this game, and that one just tumbled inside on Lozano.
That'll bring up Daryl Buggs, who last night I thought had a pretty good ball game. He had 2 hits, an RBI, played a good center field in what was a, let's say, called a spot start after Michael O'Hara had to call out with an injury. Zaborowski, his first pitch, Buggs takes outside.
Look, you put the ball in play and good things happen. That's exactly what happened for Buggs last night. That infield hit tying the game in the 7th. He doubled in the 5th. Line drive in the 3rd. He was robbed by Rose.
Buggs was an early count swinger. Took that first pitch outside, though. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. It's now 1-1. That changeup on the outside. One away here in the 3rd, 2-0. The Ballers trail. Zaborowski to the plate. There goes Monteith. The pitch is right down the middle for a strike. The throw on 2 hops is caught by the backup infielder. So Monteith steals the base. Not a great throw from Minzy, and not a great jump from Monteith, but the ball did not beat him to the bag. And in fact, lucky that Monteith is only standing at second. Now Buggs has to bat with 2 strikes. Zaborowski to the plate, and Buggs swings and misses, chases a slider outside. And there's 2 away. It's the 3rd strikeout for Zaborowski.
That was a rare non-fastball. Had some cut on it, maybe a hard slider outside, and Buggs just whiffed.
So here's Tremaine Cobb, struck out on a 3-2 pitch to begin the ball game. Had a 3-0 count, and Zaborowski came all the way back. Runner at second, 2 outs. First pitch to Cobb. He takes a slider on the corner for strike 1. Ballers in their black Oakland Stands Up jerseys tonight, the first time this season. Last night we saw them in Peleteros jerseys for the first time. They got the victory. Here comes the 0-1. That one's right down the middle. Strike 2. Back-to-back off-speed pitches. So second time through the order, switch up the look. It's 0-2 to Cobb. The pitch on its way, and Cobb swings and misses. Ball in the dirt. Minzy will have to complete the strikeout with a throw to first. He does. It's a strikeout, 2-3. It's the 4th strikeout of the night for Zaborowski, and he strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, a man left on base. We are through 3, and it's 2-0 Jackalopes on 860 AM, The Answer. Your line score through 3, 2 runs on a hit, no errors for Grand Junction. Oakland, no runs on a hit, no errors. And for your middle innings, it's Nevada Cullen.
Thank you, Tyler. District Council 16 Painters and Allied Trades represent the best in the business. Painters, drywall finishers, glazers, and floor covers, proudly serving Northern California and Nevada. They stand for top-tier training, great wages, strong benefits, and dignity on the job. Join the International Union of Painters and Allied Trades today. District Council 16, building the future, one skilled trade at a time. Top of the fourth, still short on the hill for the Ballers, trailing 2-0 against the Grand Junction Jackalopes. Scavato, cleanup man, bats, right-handed swinger, cuts and misses. It's 0-1. Short so far has allowed just one hit, but that was a 2-run homer in the first by Pimentel. That's the difference in this ball game. 0-1 pitch hit towards the backstop, 0-2 on Scavato. Hit .288 last year, Scavato, against Oakland, better than his season average of .264 with the Northern Colorado Owls. Had 7 extra base hits. .02 line to short, snared on the backhand by Tremaine Cobb Jr. for out number 1. Not exactly a tough play per se, but still a hard hit ball. 97 off the bat of Scavato. Short just left that one over the middle, but it is out number 1 on the lineout. 1 out, base is empty for Minzy, right-handed hitter. Takes low, ball 1. 1 out, base is empty for Grand Junction, leading Oakland 2-0, top of the fourth. Next is high from short, 2-0 on the Grand Junction catcher, who grounded to second his first time up. Grounded sharply to second as well. Minzy back-to-back games with a home run. And he slices one off to the right foul. 2 balls and a strike. Cool night here in West Oakland. Temperature of 62 degrees. Cut and miss, 2-2. That temp will dip into the mid-50s later tonight. Two-two pitch. Looked like the changeup, a little low and outside. So the count goes full on Minzy. Hitting just 188 this season, 3 for 16 with those 2 home runs that he has in his last 2 games. And the payoff is swung on and missed. Short climbs the ladder with the fastball. The 4-seamer blown past Minzy for out number 2. That's the 5th strikeout of the night for Luke Short. And after striking out 7 on Tuesday, opening day that is, that's not yesterday but 2 weeks ago. Or last week, I should say. Short is now 2 shy of that season high. Drops in a breaking ball on Fernandez, 0-1. Left-handed hitting Robin Fernandez up with 2 outs and the bases empty for Grand Junction. They lead 2-0, top of the fourth. Left-handed hitter blasts one into the gap, left center field. Poor read on it, it looked like, from Pat Monteith. Either that or he was sizing it up, trying to figure out if he could dive, and decided that wasn't wise. So it's a single dropped into left field by Fernandez. He had struck out his first time, but he has his 3rd hit of the series there with an oppo single with 2 outs. Isaac Nunez next. Shortstop swings and blasts one back, foul. 1-0. 0-1, I should say. Runner on first is Fernandez. 2-0 lead for the Jackalopes over the Ballers here from Ramondi Park. Nunez popped to first his first time up. Now he takes inside and challenges it. It's 0-2 the count at this point. He thought for sure it was inside, challenged immediately. It's confirmed a strike, and he looks back towards his dugout to say, hold on a second.
I got to say, Graham Myers, great strike call from an umpire behind the plate. I mean, loud and confident. Good voice.
That's what you want from an umpire. Confident calls. 0-2 from Short with a runner on first. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Short goes back to the well for the fastball and gets his second strikeout of the inning and 6th of the night, stranding Fernandez after his 2-out single. So Short is through 4 with just 2 runs allowed. He has not allowed a hit since the first inning. 1 hit, 1 left, and no runs for the Jackalopes in the top of the 4th. Oakland trails Grand Junction 2-0 as we head to the home half of the inning on 8:60 a.m. The Answer. Welcome to Raimondi Park. 2-0 Grand Junction over Oakland. And let's exit Raimondi Park.
Oh, no.
Sorry, we got to go. It's the wide world of baseball as Lou Helmig stands in against the right-hander Zaborowski, who is from Westfield, Indiana. And he misses low, 1-0.
Tell me about West. Is there a field in the West in Indiana?
Well, it's very misleading. There are no fields. I'm just kidding. There are lots of fields that we'll talk about in a moment. 1-0. Low and inside on Helmick. He lined to center his first time up. Westfield is a city in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's a northern suburb of Indianapolis and a high population. 2-0 is tapped slowly towards first. Helmig will jog now, try to sprint towards first, and he's out. 3 unassisted. Just rolled over that one. 1 down. Base is empty for Davis. Druick after the ground out.
I appreciate the effort there from Lou because he knew he was out, but he knew he needed to put in a hard 90, and he put in a hard 90.
He did. Give him credit there. Another lefty coming up in Druick. He grounded a second his first time. So Westfield population just shy of 60,000 as of 2023. And some very notable people are from there or live there, including pitches outside to Druick, 1-0. Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut
lives
there now?
in Westfield. Chestnut, of course, the hot dog eating champion.
From San Jose, California.
San Jose, that's right. I looked that up earlier. Druick takes inside for a ball, 2-0. And we are munching down on some baller dogs right now. That's right. It's a little wide world of baseball, Nevada's culinary curiosity mashup. Thank you to Miles and the whole crew for providing us with our 4th inning food. Druick takes low, 3-0. Ryan Pepio, also from Westfield,
the right-hander,
Indiana. He's now with the Rays. Also former Major League catcher Kevin Plawecki.
New York Mets.
Is a Westfield high school grad. Druick walks on 4 pitches. That's low and inside.
New team leader, 7 walks.
That is the second walk of the game for Zaborowski. So it's a 1-out base runner for Daniel Harris, the 4th. Ballers trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Harris having 2 RBI yesterday, hoping to get 2 right here with 1 swing. Harris against Zaborowski, righty-righty battle. As there's one more person to tell you about from Westfield, Indiana, before I get to what they're known for. Harris taps 1 foul, 0-1. Braden Smith, the Big Ten Player of the Year in basketball, Purdue star, is from Westfield.
I guess if you're in the state of Indiana, what's your number 1 school you go to? Is it Indiana or Purdue?
Or Purdue. I don't know. Or is it Notre Dame in South Bend?
Notre Dame, yeah. Indiana State once upon a time, I guess.
Yep. 0-1 coming to the righty Harris. He swings and fouls it off, 0-2. So, in 2014, the city of Westfield opened Grand Park Sports Complex. This athletic facility has hosted a bunch of events. It's mainly for kids. It has a bunch of fields where they can play soccer and pick up or travel baseball and so forth and so on. But it's also held some big events. 0-2 pitch coming. Harris, did he offer? Yes, he did. He is down on strikes, and there are 2 down. That is the 5th strikeout for Zaborowski after he struck out the side in the 3rd. 2 outs for Christian Almanza, runner on first. Ballers trailing 2-0 in the home 4th. So Westfield has the Grand Park Sports Complex. It has hosted the Big Ten Conference men's and women's soccer tournaments, including in 2016 on the men's side. First to the lefty, Almanza is ripped into the glove of Scavato at first. He took away extra bases from Christian, and that is how the 4th inning ends. No runs, no hits, no errors, and the 1-out walk is left there. Druick is stranded. Let's go to the 5th. Ballers trailing Grand Junction 2-0 on 860 AM The Answer. Start of the 5th from Ramondi Park, 2-0 Grand Junction over Oakland. Nevada Cohen alongside Tyler Peterson. So, to wrap Wide World with baseball, because we didn't have time, Westfield, Indiana, the hometown of Zach Zaborowski, the Grand Junction pitcher, has the Grand Park Sports Complex, which has hosted soccer tournaments, the Great Lakes Regional Tournament in the Little League World Series every year, some Indy 11 training sessions, they're a USL Championship soccer team, and the Colts training camp starting in 2017. Westfield signed a 10-year contract with the Colts for their annual training camp.
I cannot believe you would let your segment bleed into mine.
I'm so sorry.
I thought we had a better relationship than that.
We don't. But take it away, Tyler.
No, you take it away.
Oh, well, it is time, though, after this pitch to Piotrowski to lead off the 5th for the question on the answer, as that's fouled back.
The question on the answer is, what is your favorite national park? I spent a couple years in Colorado, the Grand Junction Jackalopes, from the western slope of the Rockies. What is your favorite national park? There's many in the state of Colorado, including Mesa Verde National Park.
0-1 is outside on Piotrowski.
You have Pike Peak. You have a bunch of different places. In Utah as well, we had Ogden in town. 5 main national parks in Utah. What's your favorite?
1-1 is hit backwards.
You can participate in our question on the answer by logging on to our YouTube and listening to our audio stream there and jumping into the chat.
Base is empty. 1-2 on Piotrowski, who grounded out to short his first time. That's outside, 2-2. Do you have yours? I know I have mine. It's a tough question. But
yeah, it's a good question. I didn't
for
even
me,
think about myself.
For me, it's Congaree. Two coming from the lefty, short to the right-handed hitting Piotrowski. Swung on him is strike 3. Blows the fastball by him. Top cheddar for his 7th K. Have you been to Congaree National Park, Tyler?
I have no idea what that is.
You should look it up.
There's quite a few national park areas around the Bay Area, including San Francisco, Marin, and the East Bay. You have some to hit up. I have a list of ones I'd like to hit up. I know you're going to Muir Woods very soon, my friend.
I am. First pitch is just a ball as Hernandez squared to bunt and then pulled back 1-0. Is Muir Woods a national park or a national monument?
It's part of the NPS system. It's
Okay.
part of the, I think it's called the San Francisco Regional something, Mount Tamalpais something.
1-0, a center cut strike, 1-1. Congaree, by the way, that was a joke. It's known among national park fans as the worst national park.
Is it in Florida?
No, it's also flooded. That's a ball, 2-1.
It begs the question again, is it in Florida?
South Carolina.
Okay.
It's right outside of Columbia, South Carolina. And once again, it is flooded. 2-1 is too tall. It's 3-1 on Hernandez, the 9-hitter.
I had an opportunity to go to Yellowstone National Park, Jenny Lake, and some of the Tetons
Nice.
when I was out in Idaho Falls. When I was with the Vibes in Rocky Mountain, I went to Mesa Verde, as I said, Pikes Peak, which is beautiful.
3-1 pitch is a ball, apparently just above the zone. It's challenged by Tyler Lozano, though. And this one will stand. It'll be a walk. So the Ballers incorrect. Both teams have missed a challenge to start the day and are down to 2. Hernandez walks. The 9-hitter draws the 3rd free pass of the day for Grand Junction. Runner on first. 1 out for the leadoff man, Zeb Rose. 2-0 Grand Junction in the top of the 5th. And I see we've got some fan answers here.
I would say that walk is attributed to the 5'6" stature in the new TrackMan zone for Luis Hernandez.
Yes, got to account for height now with that zone before you challenge. First to Rose is blasted towards short past the diving Cobb and into center field. Picked up by Bugs. It's a hit for Rose. The second hit, I should say, for Grand Junction since the first inning. They have gotten singles now in back-to-back frames. So 2 on with 1 out for Grand Junction here in the 5th.
Our own Ian, here we go, Perchlik
Okay, not heard of this one.
says Zion National Park.
Oh, you were saying...
Your boy Ian at the end of the press box, thank you.
I thought you were saying Perchlik National Park. I was
No.
like, I've never heard of that. So this might be it for Short, who is at 72 pitches. Aaron Miles on the mound. I'm not 100% sure that it will be the end of the day for Luke. I think he'd want to stay out here. He has 7 strikeouts and just 3 hits allowed and 2 runs. Ballers trailing Grand Junction 2-0 here in the top of the 5th with 2 on and 1 out.
I think Aaron might let Short talk him out of this. We'll see, though. Rody Aglite is ready. He's off the mound standing at the fence.
Someone in our fan comments on
All right.
YouTube, he's going to stay in the game. That's what Tyler's reacting to. Someone says Glacier is the best national park. It can be, just not when we're playing them.
Rick says Yellowstone by far.
We have Jonathan that says Mount Rainier. These are good choices. I think our fans have some good taste in national parks. So here we go. The batter is Pimentel. He takes low, right-handed hitter for ball 1. 1 out, 2 on for Grand Junction. 2-0 lead for the Jackalopes in the top of the 5th. And Pimentel has reached twice on a 2-run homer off of Short to left field and then a walk.
I have a feeling that this is a 2-batter let in for Shorty with the lefty on deck.
1-0 is in the dirt. Ball 2. And a snap throw to first is in time. Lozano recovers. And because Hernandez didn't go from second, Rose was caught leaning off of first, 2 down.
No caught stealing. It's a 2-3 put out on the wild pitch. Hernandez never really, or excuse me, Rose did not catch Hernandez the whole way. He thought he was going to third. That's huge. There's 2 outs now.
Two down, 1-0 count on Pimentel. That's in the dirt as well, 2-0. So this is a whole different inning with that pickoff. Lozano the throw down on the wild pitch. Pimentel with an open base at first. Lozano is going to give him the free pass. It's an intentional walk.
That's our first intentional walk we've seen allowed by Oakland this year. The Butts family is offering Theodore Roosevelt National Park Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't know where that is.
Well, would that be Mount Rushmore?
No. That would be Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore is just its own entity. We'll have to look that up. 2 outs, 2 on for the Jackalopes. First pitch ripped into right by Foster. Helmick comes up with it and lasers towards home, and the throw goes home. It's a strong throw from Helmick that keeps Hernandez at third and keeps it a 2-run ball game. Foster with his first hit, he was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
That might be it now.
Scavato is next. He's a righty. Scavato is 0 for 2 against Short so far. And here is Aaron Miles to pull the plug on Short's day. So Foster is the one to knock him out. Bases loaded, 2 outs. New pitcher coming in for Oakland. Short throws 76 pitches, or 77 pitches today, rather. And that is all she wrote for Short. New arm, we'll tell you about him when you return. 2-0 Grand Junction over Oakland here in the 5th on 860 AM The Answer. New arm for the Ballers, top of the 5th, bases loaded, 2 outs. And to try to wriggle out of the jam comes Brody Iglite. Iglite making his first appearance in about a week. He last through Thursday against Ogden, and the reason for that rest for him is he tied his career high Thursday with 4 innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 runs, 1 earned, a walk, 4 strikeouts, and a home run allowed for the 23-year-old righty for Martinez. That is his only appearance so far this season.
Shorty goes a little bit longer today, 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks for Short today, and 7 strikeouts. In this inning alone, attributed 3 walks. One, of course, is a intentional walk and has allowed the 2 hits.
Safe to say we still have not seen the best of Luke Short this season. This is just a taste of what is to come, hopefully, for Luke in 2025. Scavato, the righty, against Iglite, the righty, with the bases juiced. And the first pitch is fouled straight back, 0-1.
Went right after him with a fastball at 89 on the outer half. Now, Iglite's curveball has a different look this year. It has more snap to it. That's not one Scavato has seen.
Scavato is 0 for 2 today. The runners are Hernandez, Pimentel, and Foster with 2 down. Top of the 5th. There's the breaking ball. Perfectly placed on the outer black. 0-2.
How many times last year did Brody Iglite come into a situation like this as well with the bases loaded mid-inning? This is like the 9th inning right now. The Ballers are down 2. They have 1 hit.
It's a big spot. I remember Derek Cherry was the one middle of the year that kept getting put into those situations. It's Iglite today, trying to pitch Short out of the jam. He comes set, working from the windup. Kicks, fires. High, 1-2. Scavato 0 for 6 in the series, hoping to get a base hit here and double Grand Junction's lead. 1-2. Curveball in the dirt, stopped by Lozano.
And that's where you have to have confidence in your catcher. Bury that curveball. Protect me. It's not going to the backstop. You can trust me. Let's get it.
Scavato, 23 years old from Puyallup, Washington.
Still only 23 for Scavato.
not aging out anytime too soon. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, called a ball. It was in, way inside, really, 3-2. And there's nowhere to put Scavato, so that's going to force Iglite's hand here. It also allows the runners to get a head start. 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. Iglite against Scavato. Runners go. Pitch is lined in right field. Helmig sees it fall in front of him. This brings home 2. The throw skips past Lozano. It allows the runner to go down to second. Staying at third is Foster. And Scavato has a 2-run single, advances to second base on the error by Helmig. And the Jackalopes double the advantage. It's 4-0 here in the top of the 5th.
So 2 walks come in. The walk to Hernandez and then the intentional walk. It's Foster now at third in a 4-0 ball game. Those are all Short's runs, and they still have one more for Shorty at third.
So a single into right field, 3-2, 2 outs. The carousel was moving, and 2 runs came across for Grand Junction to improve to a 4-0 lead here in Game 2 of this series, inning number 5. This is Minzy hitting from the left side. Switch hitter takes a strike on the outside corner. Minzy in this game 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Breaking ball bounced foul right side towards the baller dugout.
Well, this is now where you cannot let anything else happen. You gave up the single, and unfortunately with the runners on the move, it meant 2 was going to score no matter what.
Yep. It was unfortunate for Iglite that he got into that full count. It was a good piece of hitting by Scavato going the other way, the right-handed bat. 0-2 pitch. Missed somewhere. 1-2.
Not too far off the zone. A ball off
Little,
for sure.
Little low. 1-2 the count on Minzy. Homered to the opposite field yesterday. Solo shot, a leadoff bomb in the second inning. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and Iglite leaves 2 in scoring position, including 1 inherited runner. However, 2 score on the 2-run single by Evan Scavato, who doubles the Grand Junction lead. When it's all said and done, it's 2 runs on 3 hits, an error, and 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 4-0 Grand Junction over Oakland on 860 AM The Answer. Bottom of the 5th, here from West Oakland. It's a 4-0 Grand Junction lead, and Oakland with just 1 hit against Zach Zaborowski. Might as well call him Zorro, just because his first and last initial are Z, and when I think of a fierce competitor with a name that starts with Z, I think of Zorro. I don't know if I needed to explain that, but I did anyways. 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Jackalopes today. No runs on 1 hit and no errors for Oakland. No errors for either side. That's been rare this season for the Ballers. As Santos, the lefty hitter, takes strike 1 on the outside corner. 0-1. Zaborowski has been very efficient, walking a couple. Again, just the 1 hit allowed. next is low, 1-1. A double play helped him pitch a 1-2-3 inning in the second. Santos hit by a pitch yesterday, grounded into that double play in the second inning. Takes outside 2-1. He's been productive with his at-bats to some degree. He's scored 3 times, he's walked 5 times, but just the one hit to show for it. The former Point Loma Sea Lion hoping for a knock here to lead off the frame. He taps this foul, 2-2. That's a fastball, center cut, and Santos just did not barrel it up. Nevin Lee returning the baseball to the dugout, part of the grounds crew here at Raimondi Park. Count even at 2 apiece. Base is empty, no one out. Bottom of the 5th inning, 4-0 Grand Junction. And Santos takes right down the middle, maybe on the inside corner, but it was clearly a strike. 1 down. 6th strikeout for Zaborowski. Brings up Pat Monteith, who homered yesterday. His first pro bomb, it went 380 feet to left field around where those fire trucks were. They have since vacated. Righty-righty battle with 1 out, bases empty, 4-0 Grand Junction, bottom of 5. Zaborowski still rolling. Tap foul by Monteith, 0-1. Zaborowski from Westfield, Indiana. We talked about that. He spent 4 years at NAIA Indiana Tech, where he had a career .475 ERA, 17-11 record. Started 34 times, 233 innings. Monteith takes a ball off the plate, 1-1. And 68 walks to 274 strikeouts. So it should be no surprise that he has 6 strikeouts tonight, and he had 5 last week, Wednesday, against Yuba Sutter in a 3-2 loss. Here's a bouncer to third. 2 hops for Fernandez. His throw is on target for out number 2. So I'd say it's no surprise as well for Zaborowski, and maybe a little bit of karma that he's the winning pitcher at this point in this game, and he will be the winning pitcher if he can finish this frame and the Jackalopes lead the rest of the way. Because he took a tough luck loss Wednesday at Yuba, allowing just 3 earned runs over 5 2/3. 3-2 loss that game for Grand Junction. Tyler Lozano swings and misses. It's 0-1.
Are you trying to get the jinx going here?
Wasn't intending to. Just trying to praise Zaborowski for his good pitching so far this season. It's an underrated prospect. 0-1, swing and a foul tip, 0-2.
I've not known you to be so kind, sir. I will say, though, obviously the Ballers can't hit him. There's 1 hit through 4 2/3 innings right now.
I love to see NAIA guys succeed. It's an underrated level of baseball. Marcus Titiali'i, an NAIA product.
Dondre Hubbard.
Swing and a miss, way out in front of the breaking pitch was Lozano. And that means 7 strikeouts for Zaborowski. He gets 2 Ks in the inning and has set down 5 in a row, including the side in order here in the 5th. Let's go to the 6th. Oakland trailing Grand Junction 4-0 here on 860 AM. The Answer. Start of the 6th inning from West Oakland. Ballers trailing Grand Junction 4-0. But let's again venture out of this press box, Tyler. It's time for Where Are They Now?
Where are they now?
And we're going to start in minor league baseball in Greenville, where the Greenville Drive were 10-7 winners today over the Blue Claws.
Oh, we know a man from the Greenville Drive.
His name was Danny Kerwin, and today he threw 1 2/3 innings of one-hit ball, striking out 3 in the 10-7 win for the Drive.
Brilliant.
Former baller, now with Greenville.
Baller in name only, unfortunately.
Yes. But he was with us for a breath. First pitch of the top of the 6th is outside 1-0 on the left-handed hitting Fernandez. I do have one more player to shout out. That is again Brett Barrera, because he had a big day for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. 1-0 is ripped foul of first, 1-1. Barrera in a 12-8 win over the Gastonia Ghost Peppers, which is one of my new favorite minor league, or I should say, indie ball team names. Barrera went 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored, 2 RBI, and a double.
Well, Gastonia has gone through a number of names as of recent. They were sort of the Washington Football Club for a while, just Gastonia.
1-1 swung on and missed.
They were also the Gastonia Honey Hunters for a period of time,
Like that.
with the honey badger as the icon.
Not a honeybee? I guess they don't hunt the honey, they make the honey. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Iglite with back-to-back Ks. This one to start the 6th, one away.
Are you old enough to know about the whole honey badger meme thing?
I don't think so.
Really? Ken? Honey badger? As a meme? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Nevada.
Are you talking about Tyrann Matthew?
A little too young. No, I'm not talking about Tyrann Matthew. Moving on.
Honey
then.
badger don't care?
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't mean anything to you?
Pitches out tight. No, it does not.
Oh.
1-0 on Isaac Nunez, who's 0 for 2 today.
It's not my kind of humor, but I am aware of it.
You're aware of the honey badger who just don't care. 1-0. Nunez takes the ball in the dirt, 2-0. As we continue by looking at scores from...
As we continue to discover the generational gap, too.
Let's look at the Pioneer League scoreboard here on the top of the 6th inning, where Yuba Sutter leads Ogden 11-5 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Boise leads Great Falls 5-2 in the top of the 7th. 2-0. Swung on and missed. Nunez nearly dropped to a knee there, 2-1. Idaho Falls are rolling 11-0 over Billings.
Ooh.
Connor Harrison with the start, 6 innings.
He had such a good
Scoreless.
changeup last year.
Foul tip on the next pitch to Nunez, 2-2.
I want to say it was Connor Harrison that started that 1-0 game against the Ballers here that you did solo.
Huh. That's a good pull right there. I did not remember that at all.
I want to say.
2-2 pitch to Nunez. Did he hold his swing? No, he did not,
Not even
says
close.
Ricardo Rodriguez. Nunez is down swinging for the second time, and Iglite has 3 straight strikeouts. There's 2 away.
I know the Nevada call-in rule is just always ask, but that was one I think Myers could have called himself.
I'll always defer. Also, last score from the Pioneer League to be aware of, Glacier, which is Oakland's next opponent, 5-3 over Missoula in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch ball to Piotrowski, 1-0.
Here's what I'm talking about, Piotrowski. With 2 strikes, he bends the knees a little bit, but he's straight up right now
you're
in
right.
a closed stance.
Interesting, like a statue. 1-0. And he swings and launches one to right field. Helmick gives chase. He's at the warning track. He's at the wall, and he makes the catch on the warning track for out number 3. Piotrowski with that tall stance gives it a ride to right field, but Iglite strikes out 2 in the inning and pitches a 1-2-3 6th. We go to the bottom of the frame. Ballers trailing Grand Junction 4-0 on 8:60 a.m. The Answer. It's the home 6th inning from Ramondi Park. The Ballers trail the Grand Junction Jackalopes 4-0. Striking out with leaky pipes, bases loaded with clogged drains. Step up to the plate and call the pros at Mr. Reuter Plumbing. We're the home team when it comes to reliable service. Family owned and locally trusted and proudly serving the Greater Bay Area. With honest, dependable service, Mr. Reuter Plumbing is always ready in the pen. Don't let your plumbing problems throw you a curveball. Mr. Reuter Plumbing is here when you need us. 9-1-2 for the Ballers here in the bottom of the 6th. Darryl Buggs against the right-handed throwing Zaborowski takes outside for ball 1. Nevada Cullen alongside Tyler Peterson here on 860 AM The Answer. Vince is back in our 860 studio. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. We also thank those tuning in on Flow Sports. We have Bryce tonight. Thank you, Bryce, for your work.
Our Virch TD.
Pitch inside to Buggs, 2-1.
Which I still want to believe means virtual channel, but I don't know that for sure.
2-1 on Buggs facing Zaborowski. Still just 1 hit allowed. That was Almanza in the 2nd inning. Buggs takes a ball that's, I don't know where it missed. It was low.
It missed low is where it missed.
Okay. Like I said, I didn't know.
I guess that's true. You didn't. And then you looked up.
And then I looked, and it was low. 3-1. Tapped foul of 3rd. So aggressive on 3-1. That was 104 off the bat.
I don't know. Hard. Well,
I don't know if I believe that.
Well, Buggs has been hitting some hard balls. I'll tell you that. The ball to center field that was caught, the line drive off the glove of Nunez last night.
2 hits last night, his second 2-hit game. And he hits this one sharply on a few hops to second. Hernandez throws to first for out number 1.
It's a hard 90 from Buggs, and this was a chance for the Ballers to try out the double leadoff man scenario, 9-1-2, but fortunately Buggs just can't get on. No one can get on, for that matter.
The last to reach was Druick, who is in the hole. He walked in the 4th inning. Cobb has struck out twice. It's been an uncharacteristic night so far for Cobb. He takes high and tight 1-0, and if you remember his first at bat, he was up 3-0.
2 times through the order, just 1 hit. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, Zaborowski is really, really sharpened after that first at bat. He takes a strike this time, 1-1. And if you'll remember, Helmick was up 2-0 in his at bat. And so he was falling behind hitters. Now he's working ahead of hitters more consistently. And he's only thrown 67 pitches. Cobb takes off the plate, 2-1. Nice job by Minzy trying to steal a strike for Zaborowski, but didn't get the call.
I think Oakland may have to just get more aggressive here and have some more early swings.
Little high on the breaking ball, called a strike. I was north of the zone, but called a strike, 2-2. That was close, though. So it's not a bad call from Grant Myers. It just was a pitcher's strike, really. And so the count is even. The 2-2 pitch from Zaborowski. Low in the dirt, 3-2. And the interesting thing about the Ballers not being able to hit him, his stuff doesn't look that intimidating. The fastball's not 90. The breaking ball isn't that drastic. Payoff is bounced slowly to 3rd. Fernandez makes the play on the run for out number 2. But he's just staying out of the middle of the plate. It's sort of like Zach St. Pierre from yesterday.
Yeah, it's using east-west, north-south, never getting in that, I don't know what the word is for 9 different boxes, but that middle box right in the middle, the one you draw tic-tac-toe in. He's staying away from that middle one where you usually mark that X.
Helmick takes a breaking ball outside that slipped out of the hand of the pitcher Zaborowski, 1-0. Let's see if he can be aggressive here on 1-0, if he can find a fastball to drive. He lined out his first time. Takes low on that pitch. It's 2-0. 0 for 2, though, today. Again, the only baller with a hit is Christian Almanza, who had to really work for his hit. Went sort of inside out. Dropped one over short. Helmick sprays one. Left field. Will it stay fair? No, it's foul. That one had the distance, too. Just over the wall. That maybe was a little bit over the foul fence as well. It hooked to the left of the pole. So Helmick just missed an Oppo bomb right there for his second baller home run. His first one also opposite field. The Ballers had explicitly lefties going Oppo for their early season homers before Titi Ali'i went yard, the righty. Helmick takes low, 3-1. And then Titi Ali'i's second home run was, of course, opposite field. Hitters count right here for Lou Helmick, a 22-year-old from Paderborn, Germany.
3 shake-offs from Zaborowski.
The righty comes home. Helmick bounces the 3-1 weakly to first, the toss to Zaborowski, and he has completed 6 innings of shutout baseball. Great stuff from the righty Zaborowski and his second outing as a Grand Junction Jackalope. We go to the 7th. Ballers still chasing 4. It's 4-0 Grand Junction here on 860 AM The Answer. Sorry. Top of the 7th inning. Ballers trailing Grand Junction 4-0. Nevada calling alongside Tyler Peterson here on 860 AM The Answer. 9-1-2 for Grand Junction against Brody Iglite, who has allowed 1 hit and 3 strikeouts for Iglite. He has faced just 5 hitters so far after a 1-2-3 6th. Attendance of 1,358 tonight, Tyler?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, another good crowd on a Wednesday. This is just 47 more fans than attended Tuesday. But, early season, it's not quite summer yet. I'd say this is a solid crowd considering it's a Wednesday night.
Tuesday, Wednesday in the Pioneer League, you think, hey, 1,000 in park on a Tuesday or Wednesday, you kind of take those.
Not too shabby. First pitch of the inning from Iglite is outside for ball 1.
People have lives, Nevada.
Well, I have an attendance note. I don't know exactly where to look for it.
Okay. Then you don't have the note.
1-0 count. Pitch to Hernandez is a strike outside corner, 1-1. All I don't know where the stat is, but I saw it posted on Twitter, I believe. The 2 California teams, Oakland and Yuba Sutter, are top 4 in attendance in the league.
Even top 3.
Really?
Yep.
Iglite locates a strike, 1-2.
Some great crowds up in Marysville.
Yeah.
Both just over 17,000 for their first 7 games.
Both averaging around,
Or 6
what is that,
games,
2,500 fans a game?
Just about, yep.
1-2. Low and outside, 2-2. I think that it's wonderful considering I'm just happy for the High Wheelers. That was a team last year that won a championship
That's a good point.
playing in front of 0 fans. They could not have fans at UC Davis last year.
They could have fans. They did not.
It was impossible to because they played in the heat of the day when it was 100 degrees in Davis. And, man, it was hotter than Florida.
100.
2-2 rip back off of Iglite to second. Bare hand. And slipping out of the hand of Santos is the ball. Iglite is going to get a visit here, I believe, from Bruce Valentine. But he might also just be fine. There's no one really attending to him.
I think it got
thigh?
Yeah, meaty thigh.
So it's a hit, an infield single that ends up with the second baseman Santos, who tried to make a spectacular play.
Brody's 6'2", 230. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah. Next up is Zeb Rose. After the leadoff single by Hernandez, that is the first time since the first inning that the leadoff man has reached for Grand Junction. And Rose squares to bunt. He bunts right through the baseball. 0-1.
There's nothing. There's no bluff there. He missed it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Straight up missed. Rose today has reached twice, walk in the first, scored a run, robbed in the third as Iglite nearly throws that away to first. Safe on the pickoff attempt is Hernandez. Flew out to center field in the third, and Bugs tracked it down to rob Rose of extra bases. Then he singled in the fifth. He squares again. He pulls back again. That's a called strike, and it's 0-2.
Now I don't know what Rose is doing.
Well, Rose had 10 sacrifice punts for Wofford in 2022, so there's no excuse for him. He knows how to get it done.
That was 3 years ago now.
That's true.
Wofford Bulldogs?
That's right. Terriers. A high pitch, 1-2. That might have been a pitch out right there as Hernandez was looking like he just took a big secondary. We'll put it that way. No outs. Runner is first. 4-0 Jackalopes. Top of the seventh. 1-2 pitch coming to Rose. Runner takes off. The pitch is a called ball. The throw is on the money. And Lozano guns him down.
I'm sorry. That could not have been a better throw from Tyler Lozano. That was on the money, in stride. Santos didn't even have to apply the tag. The ball hit the runner in the glove of Santos. That's how I want to call that.
4 runners have attempted to steal off Lozano this year. 2 have been successful. That's all you need to know. Tilo is gunning him down. Now a 2-2 pitch to Rose. Outside, 3-2.
Well, he's going to earn a rep if he keeps doing that. He was decent last year, not outstanding. But so far, pretty good.
Count is now full on Rose after it was 0-2. And then he walks him. So Iglite just lost him. Again, it was 0-2 at the count, 4 straight balls. They do get an out, the Ballers, still, during that plate appearance for Rose on the caught stealing. But now Rose, who stole a base at some point, right?
Yes,
He's now
in the
4
first
of 5.
inning.
I didn't write it down. It was the first inning. He stole second. He's now 4 of 5 this season. So he could try to go. 1 out in the inning. Pitch. Breaking ball. Sent into right field. Helmick giving chase. Sliding catch in the gap in right center by Helmick. 2 down.
All right. Tonight, Lou, everything at 110%. He's had a great night running the bases and the outfield. He's been really good tonight.
Line out to right. Robbed by Helmick. Pimentel retired. Rose stuck at first. He had to go back because Helmick, man, if he had a bigger secondary, Rose, he was toast. A check to first. Iglite keeping Rose honest. So Rose walked. He's at first with 2 outs. 4-0 Jackalopes, top of the 7th. Pitch to Foster is just off the plate, 2-0. Foster in this game, 1 for 3 with a single and 2 strikeouts. Iglite, the righty, set at the belt. The lefty at the plate, Foster, takes way upstairs in the attic, 3-0, and Iglite's starting to lose it here at 35 pitches. He walked Rose after being up in the count, 0-2, and now he calls time as the pitch clock resets. Nice job by Ken, who's stepping in as our pitch clock operator for Booney tonight, who, by the way, Tyler, I have a stat on Booney.
You have a stat on Booney.
That's right. Pitch is high, 4-pitch walk to Foster. No, I jumped the gun. That was ball 3. Booney tonight becomes, well, for the first time ever, he is not at a Ballers game. A Ballers home game, I should say, as the 3-0 is low, so it is a 4-pitch walk to Foster. But Booney, our scorekeeper, had attended every Ballers game, so he becomes the last person standing to attend every single Ballers home game since their beginning, and Booney is not here tonight. New pitcher for the Ballers as Aaron Miles comes out to take the ball from Brody Iglite after a second walk of the inning. That one a 4-pitch free pass. And we'll tell you who the new arm is when you return here in the top of the 7th. Again, there is 1 out. And there are 2 outs And there are a couple runners on now after the Foster walk. Scavato will be the hitter, and we'll tell you who the new arm is when you return. 4-0 Grand Junction here in the top of the 7th. New arm for Oakland is number 26, Adam Bogosian. Will come out and pitch for the first time since Saturday against Ogden. Got roughed up a bit there in an inning. 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. The season, 2 appearances, both in the Ogden series. 3 1/3, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. The 22-year-old from Brooklyn, New York, played for the Trenton Thunder of the MLB Draft League last year, and hoping to get the Ballers out of this inning without any further damage. Again, 2 on with 2 outs.
Brody Glite, always long work for him. 2 scoreless innings thus far. Both runners are his. 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts.
So Bogosian against Scavato. Righty-righty. First is, whoa, high and tight. 1-0 on Scavato. Bogosian pitched for Trenton in the MLB Draft League. Before that, Lafayette of the Patriot League for 4 years. 6'3", 22-year-old right-hander. His 1-0 pitch is a center cut strike, 1-1. Scavato, the hitter. 2-run single last time up into right center off of Iglite, who could not protect short from giving up more runs. 1-1, just missed low and outside. You could see Tyler Lozano kind of shake his head at it, knowing that he thought it was a strike. But he knew also that he didn't want to pull the Ballers down to just 1 challenge remaining in case he was wrong. Runners are Rose and Foster. They've both walked in this inning against Iglite. 2-1, low and outside, and Bogosian in danger of walking the bases loaded.
It's funny, the last 2 pitches actually have been strikes if you want to go by track band challenges.
Oh, really? Wow, yeah, both just clipping that low outside corner.
They're just not getting framed right now.
No. The 3-1 pitch. Runner takes off. It's a steal, and the throw is into left field by Lozano. This brings a run home, and going to third is Foster. Rose scores, an aggressive call by Frank Gonzalez, but he pulls the card out at the right time, and it's a 5-0 Grand Junction lead.
That shouldn't have worked either.
So it's a stolen base and an error, and it's 3-2. A double steal. It's an unearned run on the line of Iglite. The payoff is punched foul by Scavato, so it remains 3-2. Runner at third here is Foster. Grand Junction up 5-zip in the top of the 7th, 2 outs. Scavato, the hitter, is 1 for 3 today with a 2-run single. He's hoping to pick up a 3rd RBI. Swung on and missed on 3-2, and Bogosian gets the strikeout. Unfortunately for the Ballers, Grand Junction still gets a run in the inning because of the error by Lozano. We go to the home 7th, Grand Junction 5, Oakland nothing. Time to stretch on 860 AM, The Answer. Home 7th from Ramondi Park. It's the Ballers trailing Grand Junction 5-0. Davis Druick will hit first in the bottom of the 7th against Zach Zaborowski. His line so far, 6 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1 hit, no runs. He has been unbelievable. The best pitcher we've seen so far this season, Tyler. Zaborowski has been on his game, and the Ballers have really struggled.
I think the best pitcher we've seen this season is Reed Butts, who went 7 shutout innings.
That's fair, but
So let's see if Zaborowski can get to that mark here, or whether the Ballers have anything against him tonight.
maybe, maybe not. Druick today 0 for 1 with a walk, so he's had one of the best days against Zaborowski, actually getting on base. He takes a strike, 0-1. That's on the outside corner. The Ballers have had 3 base runners. Druick is one of them. That's outside, 1-1. Nobody out. Druick leading off the bottom of the 7th. 5-0 Grand Junction. Druick cuts and misses. A hearty hack at that off-speed pitch from Zaborowski. So 1-2 count. Druick, the 24-year-old from Katy, Texas. Left-handed hitter, takes outside 2-2.
Look how quick Zaborowski's working now.
Really
He's get it and go, man.
He's making Ken work. Our game clock operator today. Pitch clock at 7 when he releases to Druick. Low and outside, 3-2. Grand Junction still has 2 challenges left. And that one was low and outside. Would have stayed a ball. Druick challenged a call for a walk yesterday. And he takes strike 3 on the outside corner. No challenge this time. Perfectly placed fastball, brushed him back, and caught the zone. 1 down. 8 for Zaborowski. Strikeouts. Danny Harris next. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Almost everyone, the majority at least, of this Ballers lineup today has struck out. 6 out of the 9 hitters have.
Again, this is a guy that struck out 103 in 68 innings last year.
Harris bounces one slowly towards third and foul. Well, we're breezing through this, that's for sure.
Oh, my Lord. Knock on wood.
Hey, look, if we don't breeze through it, that's probably a good sign for the Ballers.
That's not necessarily true.
Ground ball to second. And throw to first is in time. Harris grounds out 4-3. Got to take your chances, Tyler. Christian Almanza will hit. Again, the lone baller to have a good day. He's 1 for 2. The lone baller hit. He was robbed of a hit in the 4th. And he bats with 2 outs and the base is empty here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That is tapped foul. 0-1. Righty pitcher Zaborowski, lefty hitter Almanza. Zaborowski, the second-year pro out of Westfield, Indiana. Righty, standing at just 5'10". Takes high and outside there. It's 1-1 on Almanza. Let me check. Yeah, 5'10", 199 is how he's listed on the roster.
199. I've never seen 199 as a weight on a roster in
Don't
my
want to just
life.
round up? Almanza taps one slowly. Zaborowski covers. He could take it himself. Instead, he flips to Scavato, the first baseman, for out number 3. That is 11 in a row retired by Zaborowski. And we go to the 8th inning. Ballers trailing Grand Junction 5-0 here on 860 AM The Answer. Your line score through 7 here from Raimondi Park. 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors for Grand Junction. The Jackalopes leading the Ballers, who have no runs on 1 hit and 2 errors. And for the final 2 frames to maybe break up the shutout, here's Tyler Peterson.
If I must. I'm just kidding. I love my job. Mason Minzy, Robin Fernandez, Isaac Nunez, the first 3 to face off against BOGO, Adam Bogosian. Minzy is on sombrero watch. Struck out looking, struck out swinging, struck out swinging. Batting from the left side here, he fouls one away sharply. It's 0-1. 7 games in, we have not had a sombrero on either side at Raimondi. Bogosian, black jersey, gold glove. Here's a kick in the pitch. Breaking ball, that's a slider. That's just a touch high. Both teams only challenging once in this game, and neither has caught Grant Myers. Both teams are 0 for 1. The next pitch is a slider down and in, 2-1. It was from the left side that Minzy hit his home run to left field yesterday. 5-0 Grand Junction. Not too many times last year the Ballers were held scoreless in a game. And now a fastball off the plate. It's 3-1. I would say, Nevada, that the Ballers were shut out twice in all of 2024.
I'll check you on that. It'll just take me a second.
3-1 now to Minzy. Here's the pitch on its way. A ground ball down the line. This could be 2. Over to cut this off is Monteith in the corner. He plays the carom well, and he will have a soft throw-in to the shortstop Cobb. It's a leadoff double for Mason Minzy here in the 8th.
Yeah, that was nicely played by Monteith. Good point. Really just ran to that chain link fence, and the ball rolled up off of it. He picked it out of the air and got it in quickly to prevent any further damage there.
Here's Robin Fernandez. 2 strikeouts for him today. The Ballers pitching staff has struck out 11 Jackalopes. Fernandez a single in the 4th. And now Bogosian has to step off. That'll be a first disengagement for him. A slight shift with Cobb holding the runner close to the bag for the left-handed hitting Fernandez. First pitch is inside for ball 1.
Tyler, any guesses on whether or not you were correct on the number of shutouts the Ballers suffered last year?
I said 2. I'm going to say either both came at the hands of Yolo or one of them did. The pitch on its way, that's down and in.
Well, you're bang on. Both right, both against Yolo. YOLO.
This is too much of my life I've put in this last year into this ball club. 2-0 on the way. It's fouled at the plate. I'm actually disappointed in myself that I got that right in a sort of a cosmic sort of way.
Well, to be fair, like you said, it didn't happen a lot, and that allows you to remember more easily.
The Ballers, I think, had about, we say 7 shutouts last year?
We said 7 grand slams, 6 shutouts.
6 shutouts, okay. 2-1 to Fernandez. Bogosian a look at second. The pitch to the plate is a ground ball toward second. Isai Santos is there covering his Bogosian. It's a 4-1 putout with Minzy headed to third.
Really good PFP there by Bogosian because Almanza went for that ball when maybe he shouldn't have, but you know he's just trying to help out his pitcher. Bogosian though covers the bag, and it's a rare 4-1 putout.
Third batter in a row with multiple strikeouts tonight. It's Isaac Nunez, who is 0 for 3. The infield will come in on Nunez. It's 5-0 Jackalopes here in the top of the 8th, and of course imperative that you don't go down any further than 5, because as it is right now, one swing will not tie the game for you. A first pitch slider at the top of the zone for strike 1. There are no 5-run home runs. And right now, careful, Mark. And now it's 0-1. The pitch. A called strike on the inside. Back-to-back sliders. It's 0-2. I think Nunez may try on a close pitch here to use up Grand Junction's second challenge. An 0-2 pitch. The side from Bogosian. The pitch on its way. It's way outside on the fastball.
Lozano tried to deke the runner at third. Minzy, it was a fastball that darted low and outside. Lozano pretended he didn't know where the ball was to see if Minzy would break for the plate, but Minzy's a catcher too. He knows a thing or two.
The next pitch on its way. It's in the dirt. And now it's 3-2. Or excuse me, 2-2. Five 0 Jackalopes. The runner is at third with one away. Bogosian has faced three batters, a strikeout, a double, and a 4-1 groundout. Needs a strikeout here. 2-2 to Nunez. He swings at the ground ball back to Bogosian. Stops it on the mound. His throw to first is in time. It's a 1-3 putout, and at third stays Minzy.
Excellent play by Bogosian. He snuffed that ball out like a fire. He kind of just turned his glove over, and it pounced on the baseball. He covered it up, threw to first for the out.
Is it because it's firefighter night that you're using that metaphor?
Man, if only it was Connor Sullivan on the hill.
Matt Pietrowski, 0 for 3. Stands tall in the right-handed hitter's box, and the first pitch from Bogosian is a slider, catching the outside of the zone for strike one. That slider is what got him signed. It was a good one. The numbers last year at Lafayette weren't fantastic. The pitching metrics were on that pitch. That's why he's in pro ball. The 0-1 is swung on, hit down the line, maybe playable. Almanza over. Helmick says he wants it, and he doesn't quite get it. No play. The glove caught a piece of it, but he had to run a long way.
Good effort by Lou. Again, like you said, he's been really putting a shift in out in right field.
So it stays 0-2.
By the way, Aiden Alger, I should say, warming up, lefty for Grand Junction in the pen, number 16.
I want to say Alger like algae, but I know it's
It
not
is
correct.
Alger.
It is Alger. It's 0-2. The pitch on its way is swung on and missed. Slider off the plate. Bogosian gets out of the jam. He strands Minzy at third. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left on base. We head to the bottom of the eighth. 5-0 Jackalopes. Can the Ballers come back tonight for a second day in a row? We'll take a break. We'll come back on 860 AM The Answer. A new pitcher on the mound for the Grand Junction Jackalopes. It's the left-hander, Aiden Alger, 6 feet tall, 208 from Lancaster, California. He is one of 4 returning Jackalopes to this roster. 3 games for him thus far, 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. No record on the season thus far. But what an outstanding performance, and now I might say the best starting performance we've seen all year.
Reed Butts was amazing. This was just maybe a smidge better from a statistical category. They really did the same thing, 7 scoreless, but just 1 hit allowed, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, only 3 base runners through 7 innings. Zaborowski was unbelievable, and the Ballers are happy that they won't see him, I'm saying this, hopefully, the rest of the way
The
this
rest
season.
of the year.
Yeah.
Here's Buford pinch hitting for Santos to get a righty in there against the lefty. Alger's first pitch, fastball high and away. Well, it was the bullpen that the Ballers got to last night. Joe Cuomo, 5 2/3 of 1-run ball. And then things crumbled away. Pitch to Buford is high, 2-0. This is a take-a-pitch situation. Buford, the pinch hitter, coming to the game batting .318. No home runs, 4 driven in. Alger fires. It swung on and missed. Aggressive from Cam. He chased a pitch above the zone, and it's 2-1.
Ballers just have to be thrilled that Zaborowski's out of the game. He was awesome.
But is there enough time for Oakland tonight? The pitch is in the heart of the zone, 2-2. Two and two the count. Alger throws, and it is taken low. 3-2.
It's a good at-bat from Buford. I know he hasn't done much yet, but he works it full against a reliever, and is hoping to get on.
Buford leading off this 8th. The 3-2 pitch on its way. It is strike 3 called. Buford is going to challenge.
Yep, that's a good spot to challenge. If he's correct, the leadoff man's on, but he's not.
And Cam wasn't exactly walking down to first base there. That'll bring up Pat Monteith. Monteith today, a walk and a ground out. Hasn't had many plate appearances today to get his first hit as a starter, which is funny to say. First pitch breaking ball high and away. So Ballers down to a single challenge. I think this is the first time all year that they've blown their first 2. Alger comes set. The 1-0, Monteith takes a fastball. There's a strike.
I actually have them doing so, but it was in their 16-1 win, so that's maybe why we don't remember it.
Glossed over then on a day of celebration. 1-1. Alger fires. It swung on, hit down the line. This will head into foul territory and get out of play. Monteith does have a stolen base today. And for Pat, it's his first professional stolen base.
Had 53 of them at North Greenville University in 4 years.
5-0 Jackalopes here in the 8th. Bases are empty with 1 away. And the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Chased a fastball way above the zone. Back-to-back strikeouts for Alger. And now that'll bring up Tyler Lozano.
Alger had been roughed up a little bit Sunday at Yuba Sutter. A third of an inning, 2 hits, 3 earned runs, and a homer. But he has bounced back nicely so far today.
2 strikeouts for Lozano today. The Ballers have now struck out 10 times. The first pitch, breaking ball. That one clips the outside corner. A backdoor on Lozano. It's 0-1. Just past the 2-hour mark now at 8:39. Lozano takes this one in the dirt.
This is not the most the Ballers have struck out this season. That was 11 times. Game 3 in their 13-9 loss against Ogden.
Was that Eli Elliott? We'll have to check the books there.
Yes.
1-1 on its way. Lozano swings, grounds this toward third. Charging is Fernandez. He'll glove, he'll throw across the diamond, and it's past the glove of the first baseman. I may have a base hit there.
I don't see why not.
That's going to be a single for Lozano on the infield. There's Bugs now. Does Ken say single? Ken says single. It's a single. So 2 hits for Oakland tonight. Both coming from 209ers. First pitch to Darrell. Swings and misses.
2 hits tonight, and one of them with an exit velo of 65.
It probably went 65 feet as well.
Line drive in the scorebook.
Bugs is 0 for 2, strikeout and ground out. Darrell takes a fastball at the top of the zone, and now it's 0-2. Bugs was 4 for his first 10, now 4 for his first 12, which means he's batting .250. Or a little higher than that. That's fouled back. I said it, and then I immediately knew it was wrong. That's .333, not .250. Arizona State, folks. 0-2. Alger to the plate. It swung on, grounded toward Fernandez. That's foul, though. Bugs trying to beat out an infield single as well.
Well, it's a well-known fact that broadcasters are terrible at math, Tyler. So,
Arizona State, great broadcasting school. I had one math class my freshman year called college algebra.
oof.
So, sort of math-adjacent class, I would say.
I took econ. I took statistics.
I took macroeconomics. I love macroeconomics. 5-0 Jackalopes, 2 outs. Darryl Bugs in an 0-2 count with a runner at first. The pitch from Alger is swung on and lined into the glove of the second baseman. It's the final out of the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, a man left on base. We head to the ninth. 5-0 Grand Junction on 860 AM, The Answer. Go one segment, Vince. To the ninth we go. It's 5-0 Grand Junction. Tyler Peterson and Nevada Cullen here with you. This is game 2 of a 6-game series. And at the moment, the 5-0 lead for the Jackalopes may mean that they do indeed tie things up and send the Ballers to 4-4. They'll have 3 more outs to have to say something about that, though, for Oakland in the bottom of this inning. Bogosian still on the mound. We do have 4 more great games for you. A 6:35 start tomorrow. 6:35 start on Friday, a 4:35 start on Saturday, and a 1:05 start on Sunday.
And which promotional night or day are you most looking forward to, Tyler?
It's a good question. I think I want to see how rowdy rugby night gets.
Oh,
that
man.
would be tomorrow.
I can't wait. I'll go out there. Put me in, coach. I'll do the scrum. Might die.
You're trying.
I might not survive.
What is it when you score in rugby? Hint, it's the same in football almost.
A point.
A try.
Oh, yeah.
Point after try. First pitch, a strike to Hernandez, the second baseman, who's been on base twice and has scored a run.
How many points is the try?
The 0-1 is low. It's 1-1.
Hernandez
5-0
couldn't find much on him.
on Luis Hernandez.
He's from Puerto Rico.
Okay. Hernandez takes high. Bogosian so far, an inning and a third, 2 strikeouts.
I found his baseball reference page, and it just has the fact that he plays for Grand Junction.
And his name.
Yeah.
Bats unknown, throws unknown. We're still not sure, folks. He's batting left here. Fastball, called strike on the outside. It's 2-2. Nice pitch from Bogosian. That one had a little bit of outside run.
He did play professionally in Puerto Rico for Mulos de Juncos.
I bet you those stats are available, if not in Spanish, though. The 2-2 on its way, and that is down low. 3-2.
I found his collegiate. He played for Point Park.
Yes.
In Pittsburgh.
Point Park University. We know about Point Park.
Okay.
A full count pitch from Bogosian. Way inside for ball 4. So first walk issued by Bogosian.
been a weird game for Oakland. Just lacking energy, I would say, especially offensively. Just a couple hits in this game, and they just only picked up their second hit in the 8th inning with a little squibber off the bat of Lozano.
Rose today has been on base 3 times, including 2 walks. And I don't care the situation. When you walk the leadoff hitter, which Rose is, he just seems to come around to score. And, of course, today, both times he's walked, he scored. 0-1. Slider catches a strike, and Rose has had enough of that. He's going to challenge that.
Oh,
He's correct, but not by much.
no, that pitch just missed the outside corner. I wish we could, have the TrackMan up on the screen. Or just a strike zone, put the ball up there just to show how close it was.
That one way outside. Lozano having a chase after that.
If that were on the video board, the fans would be like, oh, so close. I'm sure they'd react normally.
Rose waits. Now the pitch is a ground ball towards second. On 2 hops, Santos takes it to Cobb for 1. Cobb to first. That is a double play. 4-6-3. Rose is retired. 2 outs in the 9th.
Ballers were working on turning double plays pregame before batting practice. Paid off there. Nicely turned by Santos and Cobb and Almanza.
That'll bring up Pimentel, who's also had a big night. He has walked twice, once intentionally. He's also hit a 2-run home run. Ballers in the bottom of the 9th will have the top of the order in Cobb. First pitch is a strike to Pimentel. It looks like Alger will be the choice of pitcher in the 9th as well. Pimentel out of play. That's toward the open field behind the first base stand. It's 0-2. Bases are empty in the 9th. Bogosian just trying to send this to the bottom of the 9th. Some good cleanup work at the end of the game from Adam Bogosian to try to finish off the final 2 1/3. Breaking ball, that is sawed off and hit to the first base coach. Pimentel swung at a ball that I don't know if it was going to hit him, but
close.
He broke a bat.
Yeah, breaking ball quite literally there because the ball broke the bat. And Pimentel will need some new lumber. Again, I said he played for Long Beach State and UNLV. That's the Rebels and the Beach. I love that Long Beach State just goes by the beach.
Yep.
They're just
no
the
more
beach.
dirtbags, no more 49ers. Long Beach State Beach.
I do miss when they were the dirtbags.
0-2 to Pimentel. The pitch from Bogosian, that is off the plate. 1-2. Try to get him to chase the slider there. Set once more on the mound from the stretch. His kick and pitch, the 1-2 fastball, is high, 2-2.
We have a score update from Missoula. 5-5 at the top of the 9th. Missoula has come back. Yes, they have.
2-2, swung on hit to left field. That's a base hit over the jumping Davis Druick. So a 2-out single, that'll bring up Kendall Foster.
Roberto Pena scoring the tying run in the bottom of the 8th on a wild pitch.
I was going to say, he didn't hit his 7th home run, did he?
Not quite.
How does Tremaine Cobb Jr. not be named Player of the Week?
Yep.
It's because Roberto Pena hit 6 home runs in the first series.
Adam Fogel did go deep in this game.
Foster today, 2 strikeouts, a single and a walk. He takes a strike. A 2-out single by Pimentel has a runner on for the Jackalopes. Next pitch is inside. They were the Grand Junction Rockies for the longest time and won the Pioneer League in 2022 as the Grand Junction Rockies.
They did. 62-33 record that year. Beat Ogden in the first round. Missoula in the Champ Series.
Next pitch high and away. They had to go through the defending champions along the way and
the
eventual champions. I was going to say, I'm thinking back on it, Ogden was in the final the year before. This ball's hit out to center field. Buggs is going back. Buggs is still going back. Buggs is going to reach up and make a great catch with his back to the infield. Wow, what a catch by Daryl Buggs in center field to end the inning. That's the end of the inning. Wow, Daryl Buggs with the final out of the inning. The Jackalopes thought there was only one out.
I don't think they thought he caught it. They didn't see a signal from the umpiring crew.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. Bottom of the ninth up next. Better than the O'Hara catch, Nevada?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. That center field corner is hard to navigate because you know how most fences are rounded in center? It just is a hard 90-degree angle by that 398 sign in center field, and Buggs went all the way back to rob the Grand Junction three-hole hitter Foster of an extra base hit and an RBI there. That ball was absolutely launched. Again, let's look at the exit velo's 98. It went 370 feet, so he had to go a long way running with his back to home to make a spectacular catch, just holding on to the baseball for out number 3.
5-0 Grand Junction leads. Cobb, Helmick, and Druick, the first three, to face Aiden Alger here in the ninth. The Ballers trying to avoid a shutout for the first time this year.
Well, Tyler, you like to talk about your positives, your wins in situations other than wins. In this case, it's getting a run. It's erasing that 0. How can the Ballers do it? Well, they need base runners, and Cobb is one of the likeliest to do it. Came into this game with a 500 on-base percentage.
So Cobb 0 for 3 today. Has he had a game without a hit yet? That's the real question.
Yes, 1.
Okay. The first pitch on its way. Cobb takes a strike at the knees.
He is on a 3-game hit streak, though, but that's on the line here, of course, if he can't get a knock.
Setting up low is Minzy. The pitch to Cobb is swung on and missed. Changeup off the plate. It's 0-2. Just 2 hits for Oakland all night. Almanza and an infield single by Lozano. Almanza's single through the right side. Alger set. Now the pitch to Cobb is a half swing. Does he go? Yes, says Ricardo Rodriguez at first. And I do believe he went around. It's a third strikeout for Alger. And there is 1 away in the ninth.
3 strikeouts for Cobb. He entered the night with 5 through his first 7 games. Definitely his worst offensive performance yet, but certainly a minor setback for a major comeback for Tremaine.
Great hustle from Helmick tonight. He is 0 for 3, though. First pitch fastball is a called strike on the inside, and Lou is going to challenge. 1 challenge left for Oakland, but he is correct.
That was close. That's awesome. Telling Grant Myers, see, told you.
The first victory in the challenge department for Oakland tonight. It's 1-0. Alger's first pitch to Helmick, or next pitch to Helmick, is a slider for strike 1. 1-1, 1 away in the bottom of the ninth. 5-0 Jackalopes. Lefty Alger throws, and Lou hits a high drive to right field. Over is the right fielder. He makes the catch in the alley for the second out.
Well hit ball by Lou Helmick. Unfortunately, right to Foster out there right. And Alger has given up one small hit, but has retired every other baller he's faced as Grand Junction attempts to shut out the ballers for both teams' first shutout of the year.
It's a little too on the hands there for Helmick to really get a lot of power on that. Fastball right on the inside. Now Druick with 2 away. First pitch, a swing and a miss.
I will correct myself because Grand Junction was shut out once this year, but it will be the first time that they get a shutout if this score holds.
Alger set 2 strikes away from such an occurrence. Fouled back by Druick, now 1 strike away, 0-2.
Alger against Druick faced twice last year. St. Edwards against Lubbock Christian, both in the Lone Star Conference. 3 hits for Druick in 7 at-bats. That is including a long ball.
You were wondering whether we would see this matchup tonight.
I was.
0-2. Alger to the plate, Druick takes high.
It was the 12th of April of 2024, 2 for 3 with 2 RBI. He got a double play first time, Alger, against Druick, but then a double and a solo shot next 2 trips to the plate for Druick.
The 1-2 on its way is a ground ball toward first, a big hop into the glove of the first baseman. Over to cover is Alger, and is safe for Druick. He beats it out on the infield single.
You could tell, similar to one you a couple games ago, Tyler, were pretty sure would be an infield hit on a similar play to that. That one I was sure of. Druick clearly was going to beat Alger to the bag. Scavato needed to take it himself for the out.
I was going to say, I thought Scavato should have just ran to the bag and ended this ball game.
Well, it's not over yet.
Danny Harris. First hit for Druick tonight. Now Harris, who is 0 for 3. Alger's first pitch, Harris takes a fastball on the outside for strike 1. So a 3rd hit for Oakland, the 2nd of 3, which does not leave the infield tonight. It's just been that kind of night. Alger to the plate. Harris swings and misses over a off-speed pitch. Probably a changeup darting down and away from the right-hander. Oh, 2. Alger waiting for Harris to stand back in the box. Now he's set. Davis leads from first. And the 0-2 to Harris. He takes high and away. 5-0 Jackalopes in the 9th. Ballers have a runner on base with 2 outs.
Harris on a 5-game hit streak. That is on the line here in his final at-bat of the night.
Alger set at the belts. The high kick and the pitch is down low and away. 2-2.
The hero last night with that game-winning double in the 8th on the 9th pitch of his at-bat. Another longer at-bat this time from Harris, trying to extend the game.
It'll be a 2-2 now to Harris. Alger fires, and Harris hits a high chopper towards short. Nunez will flip to the bag the short way, and that's the ball game. Right before the stroke of 9 o'clock at 8:59, the Ballers drop this 2nd game of the 6-game series to the Grand Junction Jackalopes. The final score tonight, they are shut out by Grand Junction 5-0. Our Ballers postgame show will be up next. We'll have totals and scores from around the league right after this on 860 AM The Answer. Not a ton to get happy about tonight if you're an Oakland Ballers fan, but a couple of the highlights there, and for once, my voice, not yours, Nevada, in the majority of those. But
it's a small moral
victory for me tonight. For the Ballers, though, the totals are nothing to write home about. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Grand Junction Jackalopes. No runs on 3 hits and 2 errors for the Oakland Ballers. 5 runs allowed, 4 of those were earned. The lone unearned run was the one came in on the missed throw by Tyler Lozano, throwing it to try to get a man at third. Let's talk about Zach Zaborowski. He is the winner tonight, 1-1, and a performance that may earn him Pioneer League Player of the Week when things are all said and done on the other side of this week. But 7 innings of not just strong baseball, but dominant baseball.
Yep, did it by staying out of the plate, not throwing anything overpowering, just pitching the Ballers well. 8 strikeouts to 2 walks, 3 base runners with 1 hit allowed and no runs over 7. Awesome job by the righty.
And those 8 strikeouts as well. I mean, he was keeping hitters off balance. There was not a lot that went out into the outfield at all. I have 2 flyouts. One from Helmig, one from Harris the whole night. Everything else was on the infield, and then by the time Alger got on the mound, a fly out to right in the 9th. I mean, there's really nothing that left the infield tonight for Oakland. Even 2 of their hits stayed on the infield. The loss goes to Luke Short, who backs up a 7 strikeout performance with yet another 7 strikeout performance. Tonight, though, a little bit more wild. I mean, it's not even fair to really use that term, but 4 walks today. It did end up costing him a couple of earned runs in the end. 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, and 7 strikeouts. But excuse me. But certainly a good sign to see Shorty still in good form, and this is the kind of start we do expect from him, if not one that we're slightly disappointed in at the end of the night.
Yeah, weird to have this game just kind of over from the get-go. Short gives up that 2-run homer in the first, and because Oakland couldn't score, that was it. So the reality is, as good as Short could have been, you know, maybe it's for the best that he didn't have his best stuff tonight. Save it for a game where the Ballers score.
I mean, he only gives up the 2 runs instead of the 4 or 1. He's still looking at the exact same loss.
Right.
But definitely the stuff is there from Shorty today. His team just did not back him up tonight. No save in the contest. Time of the game was 2 hours and 21 minutes in front of 1,358. Tomorrow, Dylan Matsuoka takes the mound for Oakland. The right-hander will try to do what he did last week in a great performance with 1-run ball through 5 innings and a victory last week. The Ballers fall to 4-4 on the year. Let's check on the Pioneer League scoreboard. What else happened around the league, Nevada? Let's get some finals.
Well, final from Ogden, Yuba Sutter, 11-6 winners. Then in Great Falls, it's not over yet. The Voyagers seem to have the bases loaded with no one out, but trailing Boise 11-5. Correction, that is over. It is a final. Bases are left loaded. Boise wins 11-5 against the Voyagers. Final from Idaho Falls, the Chuckers are 15-2 winners over the Billings Mustangs. Chuckers, the best team in the league so far. Crazy. And we're going to a knockout round. Make sure to tune into Flow Sports. If you're watching on Flow Sports, tune in to Missoula and Glacier. From Missoula, Paddleheads came back to tie that at 5 apiece. So you'd have to imagine the Paddleheads have a bit of an advantage being the home team in the knockout round and having momentum on their side, but you never know with those knockout rounds.
Scott Gladstone sweating as we speak in a Missoula press box. I want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight to this edition of Ballers Baseball. I want to thank, let me get my little note card out. Hold on, stand by. I want to thank Bryce back in our Virch studios for putting us on the air. There he is, drawing his little circles with his mouse.
Love it.
Vince, who always puts the nice highlight packages together for us in our 860 AM The Answer studios. Ben for getting us on YouTube, and my buddy here in Nevada for spending time with me. But he is leaving me on the weekends.
Yeah.
He will make me fly solo on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then I'll make him fly. God, you got me. We work so well together. Moving on, then he'll fly to Portland and then Kalispell to begin his 12-game, 3-city road trip, the first for the Ballers this summer. We hope to see you tomorrow, 6:30 pack time. Our next broadcast, Ballers and Jackalopes with the series tied at 1 apiece. The final score, one more time tonight, a shutout. The Jackalopes beat the Ballers 5-0. Have a good rest of your Wednesday evening.
Thank you, Vince.
Thanks, Vince.
Bye. Great job on those highlights. Can't believe we had any.